everybody, and welcome to Take Your Time Gaming. I'm your host, Katie. We are now on episode 9 of Call of Cthulhu. Last episode, we escaped the asylum, and we have a lead to visit Irene Sanders, who is Frances Sanders' widow, to discern the link between Sarah Hawkins and Frances. So, grab a tasty beverage, preferably in a Cthulhu mug, and let's get started. At the end of the last episode, we had some pop-ups in the menu, so let's go ahead and check these out. I know we got a character... Nope, I could have sworn we had a character point. Whatever. I think this game is teasing me here. Oh, okay. Alright, so we got a blurb on Dr. Fuller. Age 52, occupation, Riverside Senior Physician. Dr. Fuller reigns as the undisputed master of the Riverside Institute and of its... Dr. Fuller reigns as the undisputed master of the Riverside Institute and of its cellars, in which he carries out illegal experiments on his patients. I don't know what he has done to me, but I shouldn't be back on my feet so soon after my fall when the tunnels under the Hawkins mansion caved in. This man is dangerous, and I'd swear that he knows more about all this business than he's willing to tell. Yeah, you think? Let's see, do you have anything new to say, lady?
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
You are a useless character.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
You and me both, because I definitely saw Charles kill you. Yet, here you are. Alright, so where do we go? Chapter 6, Sanders' Residence. Ooh, look at those statues. Those are awesome. Some sort of sphinx. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Frances Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. Yeah, her house looks like a museum. I would live there. I don't recall anything about the Shambler in any of H.P. Lovecraft's stories, but of course I haven't read them all. I've only read maybe 10 or 15, and it was quite a while ago. Ooh.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may.
I appreciate a woman who doesn't cover up her freckles.
Know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Oh, look who's here.
Look who's here.
The leader of the bootleggers.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her.
Maybe don't get into illegal business and I won't have to stick my nose in it.
Death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Frances' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday.
Ooh, this is a tricky
I
question.
met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned.
That
You,
has to
on
be
the other
illegal.
hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
No. He died screaming right before my eyes. Let's try this.
What
See if
happened to
stuff
your
repeats.
husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I
What a
saw,
ring.
it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your
This will
kind
affect your destiny.
words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Let's try eloquence.
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family?
I guess
You
I
mean
passed that
it was
check.
not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You
That's
too
kind of
would
the
be
vibe I'm
advised to
getting,
flee
yeah.
it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
What is Kat doing here?
May I ask you what Miss Baker is doing here? How do you know her?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr. Pierce.
But you do know what kind of business Miss Baker is in, don't you?
I
the
am no
shady
fool.
kind.
Please believe that much, at least.
How did you come
know
to
Sarah
meet Sarah
Hawkins?
Hawkins?
We were the wealthiest and most influential families on Darkwater. Of course we would know each other. And when Charles returned from Europe with his sweet little artist, she and her sinister paintings were destined to catch my husband's eye. He bought
You
many
sound
of
a
her
little bitter
works
and
over the
jealous.
last 5 years. They adorn his macabre gallery.
Did your husband
Shambler.
talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? Shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the
Really?
painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who
I
else
wanna see
to
this.
paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my
Don't
only
mind if I
lead
do.
at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you are so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Just gonna do a little snooping. Some snoopity stoops. Sweet character points. Let's do this before we investigate anything. Alright, we only need 2 more there. Oh, bollocks. I had like 2 episodes where I remembered. Wait, did I actually even correctly? Nope. There, okay. Let's click on her. Irene Sanders, age 41, occupation none. It's clear that she holds Sarah Hawkins responsible for the death of her husband. But what I don't understand about Irene Sanders is this mix of sadness and insensitivity. It looks like she had given up on her husband long before his horrid death in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. I completely agree with that.
Did she really care for him after all?
A letter of refusal. Dear Madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his internment, you signed a discharge, allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Wow. So it seems like she did want his body so that she could conduct a proper burial for him. Oh, I love being able to move around at a normal person height. Not have it to creep and crouch everywhere.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Photograph of the Sanders and Sarah Hawkins. They must be close. Ah, reconstruction scene. Let's do it. Oh, I desperately need a new computer chair. Alright. What goodies are here?
A house of artists.
Or they're just rich people who like to have a piano in their house. And they don't even play it. Oh, Katie, you're so cynical.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
I think Frances was a huge admirer of her work, and possibly even had a crush on her, hence the wife's jealousy.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler.
Ah.
Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
It's weird to see him with eyes.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
She
He
doesn't look
didn't
happy.
want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
Maybe she knew what it was going to do to him.
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Was she jealous? Did you see the typo there? Oh, God.
The Shambler.
That's delightfully gruesome.
I need to see it.
I need to see it so that I too may rip out my eyes. Oh, Eddie. Didn't you ever hear that curiosity killed the cat? No, you don't want to speak to me. You want to sit and sullen in silence? That's fine with me, lady. Yay! Breviary of Medicine, Tome 2. The second volume in this series covers everything from gas gangrene to trench nephritis. In addition to a precise and detailed study, the book presents some avant-garde theories. The incredible complexity of this book reserves it for medical experts. Yeah! Give me points. Da-da-da-da. Man, this wallpaper. Let's start at the, well, I was gonna say let's start at the entrance to the house, but that's not gonna happen. Let's curve around this way. Nope. Anything good? That book, I almost thought it was another skill point book, but it tricked me. Pierce, you can pick locks. Why don't you just try it? Nope, can't get in that one either. I mean, it's not like she's gonna come and stop me.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
An audio recording that Francis Sanders left for his wife, Irene. Interesting. Dear wife, I'm sorry I've gone insane.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
Now the piano is playing in the background.
I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed
Oh, I like the
Sarah.
shoes too. Okay. No luck there. Ah, cat. It's you. The Whale and the Cod. The Whale and the Cod, or A Brief History of Darkwater by Erwin Greenmouth. It is focused on the past glory of the island. Cool. Ah, and we picked that one up.
I could use one
More
of
sleeping
those.
pills. Were they prescribed to Francis Sanders or to Irene? It isn't his office, so probably Francis.
A strange Amerindian
Amulet.
pendant.
An ancient amulet, probably Amerindian. I wonder what purpose it could be. Yay, our occultism went up. That hasn't happened in a while, has it?
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Letter by Sarah Hawkins. Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. I wonder if her husband, Charles, forced her to give away the painting because he knew it would drive Francis insane.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
See, we never got the first one, but now we have 2 and 3. This volume spends some time on Reverend Woodwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. That's not gonna work. Oh, it did. I haven't put any points into strength. Key to the Sanders Gallery. I don't want to talk to you. You're a jerk face. Ah. Dissertation on an anatomical question. It is the work of a student in book form. Although the observations are relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the questions asked allow us to imagine new ways of exploring human anatomy. New ways of exploring it. Okay. Would you read the book? Yes, read the book. Ah, the Malleus Bysterium, Volume 2. It is a kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Cool. Oh, so I read it and now I'm screwed. Great. Oh, and my occultism went up. Sweet. Alright, I guess I'll talk to you.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
Just because
I've
I
got a
came into
lot
the
of
same
bad
house that you
habits.
happen to be in.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come
Bring it,
looking for
lady.
in this gallery?
None your business.
I have a well-off
She's not gonna
client
believe this.
in Boston who heard
Yeah,
about the death of
I didn't get that
Francis
sound
Sanders
effect.
and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie. Learn how to dupe, Detective. But as
Yeah, I
long
didn't
as you
think that
keep
was
out
gonna
of
go.
my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
Oh, well, thank you, Kat. What are you doing
And you,
here?
what brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Not at all, actually. I quite prefer Fitzroy.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Not now, sweetheart. Me. I know, I'm immature. I just really don't like her. Okay. Well, open it now, buddy. Oh, I can't wait to see what we're going to find. Oh, no. No, please, no. Don't put a hiding spot right there. Oh, dear me, no. Don't let it happen.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
You just know that, so that's pretty cool. I love that. I would put that in my house. I don't think my husband would appreciate it, but I like it. That was his reaction? Can I open it from this
These
side?
artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
I see the Shambler in the back. Oh my goodness. Oh god, I'm gonna have to run and hide, aren't I? Wow, that is an
The
impressive
man
bronze.
transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
With blood everywhere. I mean, if you got the funds, why not make your house into an art gallery? That I would pass on. That would probably give me nightmares, that piece. But yeah, what better thing to spend your money on than art? Oh, from my oil. Oh god, something bad's gonna happen because it's letting me replenish my lantern right here. Oh, guys, I'm scared. You look charming. Look like you could use a dentist.
The public entrance to the gallery.
Ugh. Is that the groundskeeper? I think it may be. Oh good, more oil. Because something terrible is gonna— oh look, and another hiding spot. Oh god. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm just gonna procrastinate so I don't have to go look at the Shambler and start whatever.
Why was he
creepiness.
so interested in old weapons?
The only way to kill a god. Ugh. Wonder how he made his money. Oh look, a Cthulhu lion. I love that. It's so twisted. Anything else? This is a cool level. Oh, anything on this table? Nope, just another creepy sphinx. Oh, I can't procrastinate or put this off any longer, can I? Alright, alright, alright. Wait. I can't do this, though. Okay. It is my lantern. Check. And there is the Shambler. But first, you know what? Let's just... what is this?
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Drawing of a dagger. Far from possessing the talents of Sarah Hawkins, Sanders drew a dagger with a tortured form down to the smallest detail. The guard carries a strange esoteric symbol, a recurring feature of his correspondence with Sarah. Okie dokie. Alright, let's do this. As I rip out my own eyeballs. Yeah. Surprise! I hope when they call him the Shambler, it means he moves very slowly. God. I have goosebumps. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Not scared, it's just a game. Examine
What
the
the hell was that? Great. And I'm insane. Oh, shh. Oh, it moves. I don't like it. Okay, let's level investigation up. Yeah, we have maxed investigation. Sweet.
How's our sanity? Quite low, I bet. No, hasn't actually lowered at all. Ah, the Malleus Pisterium. I mean, why not take a break and read some of this stuff while we're being hunted by that monster? Pierce read an ancient treatise, the Malleus Pisterium. This bestiary makes an inventory of numerous creatures from the occult world or parallel dimensions. The very nature of its knowledge makes it an unholy book. By reading it, Pierce lost some of his sanity. You lost some of your sanity. Whatever. It was worth it. It had cool pictures, man. You know, we get so many books. I don't know why it keeps saying that. So we're at 2 on both of those. Occult. Let's read about him. The Dimensional Shambler. The Dimensional Shambler comes from a dark and inhospitable dimension, where the rarity of food sources keeps it in a state of permanent starvation. This is why it is in a constant state of readiness, to travel to other dimensions in order to feed on its inhabitants. Make sure you never weaken the veils of your dimension, otherwise you risk attracting this very dangerous creature. Should this happen, you just have to lay eyes upon it for its being to anchor itself in your dimension and to allow it to rip you open with its claws. Extract taken from the Malleus Pisterium. The Malleus Pisterium. I wonder how many times I'm going to say that this episode. Men will gather the knowledge through the lines dictated to me by the great old ones, but also in other volumes. The visions that assail me whisper me names and silhouettes of mystical creatures. Soon the Malleus Monstrorum, repository of all anatomical, cosmic, and dimensional knowledge, will be seen as the authoritative work. This book, unholy among the most cursed books, will one day be the final rampart between man and the predators that are waiting to devour him, hidden behind the veils of parallel dimensions. Groovy. At the Sanders. This was our reconstruction scene. Cross-checking the information given by Francis Sanders and his widow, it is possible to reconstruct the events that led to the internment of Sanders. Everything points to Sanders and Sarah Hawkins being close, linked at least by the interest that the collector showed in the artist's work, but more probably by a certain friendship. Attested to by the repeated refusals of Sarah Hawkins to sell the painting called The Shambler. Against all expectations, she finally gave it away for free. The feelings still shown by Irene Sanders towards Sarah Hawkins are evidently derived from what she considers to be the artist's responsibility. Madness struck Sanders a short while after he gained possession of the painting. Fudge! Shit! Shit, nugget! Fuck! He's dead. He's dead. Ah! Okay. That was fun. That was fun. I didn't think he was sneaking up on me while I was reading. Oh. I'm sorry to scream in your ears. I'm gonna start like hysterical crying now. Oh man, that actually terrified me pretty badly. And now I know what I would do in a situation like that. Apparently, I will bury my head in my hands and just hope it kills me quickly. Oh, God. Yeah, we've seen this part. How the frack do I get out of here?
What the hell was that?
That was just so fun. But I do want to see, did it take my... Nope. Alright, this might help me, so I want to go ahead and do that really quickly. Because it might help me find something. Now, where the frack do I go? Run, motherfucker! How do I get out of here? Help. Excuse me?
I can't even touch it.
sorry, I screamed again. Oh, this is not fun at all. I hope you guys are enjoying this because I hate this a lot. Like, the level of hate is so high. This is my life now. Okay. We can do this. I'm not crying. My reaction to being startled or scared is typically to burst into tears, which is pretty dumb. Did you see me? Alright, so I gotta hide in this one. Oh my god. I hope you guys enjoy laughing at me like this. The other one is... Oh shit. See me? Where is this? Please get in the closet. Pierce, get in the closet! Hey, buddy. So there isn't combat, it's just running away from a monster who likes to eviscerate you. Seriously, Pierce, this is what frightens you? I would just spend the rest of my life in this closet. And you're just like, oh. Nope, nope. Oh, the closet scares me. This episode is going long too, but I need to get past this section. How do I get out of here, man? Quick check. Oh, I gotta do these again, because I keep dying. Well, we're safely in a closet. Yeah, we've seen all these. It's really annoying that you have to go through it again. We do not have anything. And I'm guessing using my light is a bad idea. No! No! Not watching. Leave me alone! Oh, Bennett. This is the worst. That's okay. I'm a Gryffindor. I can— Ah! It's right fucking there! Leave, you awful demon of Satan. Just get out. So much for Gryffindor. You know what I'd really like right now? A gun. Even better, a flamethrower. Of course, you fuck.
I can't even
Run,
touch it.
run. Where's the other thingy? Where's the other thingy? Where's the other thingy? It's there. The other thingy is here. Get in the thingy. Okay. Thingy, got it. Ah, I see you. You arse. That was a combination between ass and arse, and it came out arse. Well, you're gonna just have to leave before I die of a heart attack. Thank you. Just move along. Move along. Thank God you're not the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park who can open cabinets.
Down.
Yep, gimme.
Did it hear that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
You probably did hear it. But I'm gonna kill you. Oh god, not here. Not here. So, quick check. How do we use a dagger? How do we kill you? Will I— Where's the dagger? I picked you up! But I picked you up. I hope you guys enjoyed this extra long episode. Am I holding a dagger? How do you combat? I don't know. No one told me how. didn't actually tell me how. So, yeah, that's freaking annoying. Oh, you're kidding me. At the beginning? Oh, man.
What the hell was that?
Whatever, the more times you do it, the less scary it is. Okay, so I need to get the dagger, but it doesn't tell you how to use it. So I was trying all my triggers, and it didn't work. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. This better be the last time I have to do this thing. Where'd you go? Man, this game got frickin' scary. I found him. I need him to go out that way. That's right. You go out that way. Move along, shithead. This game is terrifying. Oh my god. Before I have a panic attack. Alright. Should I just try it? Yeah, we're gonna run for it.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Alright. Dagger get. How use dagger? Hell if no. How to use a dagger. Let's see if he comes sneaking in here. Oh, Cthulhu, Ma, give me strength. I need to just wait for him to leave long enough so that I can fiddle with the controls. You'd think there would be a handy little prompt like there was press X to hide in a closet, maybe press L1 to kill a monster. Now I'm pissed. Alright. Cutting here. Coming back to you when I've learned how to kill a sorry son of a bitch. Sorry son of a bitch. Okay, I got the dagger again, and I think he's gone. But I think I know what I have to do now, after multiple more times of dying. I'm gonna run like a little bitch. Did I get it?
Damn it!
What? Shit! It was the wrong fucking dagger!
Oh god.
It's the wrong fucking dagger. Alright. I'm going to cut again. But at least I had the right... I finally figured out I need to stab the stupid painting. And now I need to find the right dagger. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, bitch, bitch. Oh, this game is just so fun. I have a new dagger, one that I grabbed from this room, although I didn't grab it from the centered case, which makes me think it's probably not the right one. But I have a new dagger. I'm going to try and use this. Once Mr. Creepy Creep leaves me alone. Alright, let's try this. Nope, we're just gonna run like a striped ape. Run faster! Yeah, surprise, it wasn't very well.
Damn it!
Cutting again! I got a new dagger from the center case this time. And I'm pretty darn sure that the dagger we're supposed to get looks like the one that What's-His-Face drew. But the problem is, I don't have time to really study said daggers in their cases because 1, it's dark, and 2, there's a monster chasing me. So I'm just smashing every case I walk past, hoping that eventually I'm gonna get the right frickin' dagger. This one I actually don't think is the right one again because this one seems to have too many tentacles. Oh god. I'm gonna have a panic attack while he's back in this room. Don't scream! Don't scream, you chicken motherfucker! God damn it, Edward Pierce! Don't you get us caught! He's gonna get me caught. I'm panicking, I'm panicking. Well.
Damn it!
Don't know where the right dagger is. Just trying every freaking case. I'll see you guys again in a second. Okay, so it is the last dagger I checked for. But we have it because Pierce says, damn, this dagger looks different. Haha, funny thing, actually all the daggers are different, but I finally found the correct one. So now all I need to do is not have a panic attack while this thing is lurking around and run like a scaredy cat to that painting once I feel like the coast is clear. So let's hope we can do this. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Fuck! God damn it, I don't know where he was. He saw me. Oh, this game! Okay. Cutting one, hopefully final time. One last time.
This dagger looks different.
I am running, and really hoping I'm gonna make it because he saw me. Yeah! Stab him in the face! Stab him in his face hole! That works. That's probably not a good sign. Are you gonna go with you? Bronze? That's the color of the trophy I get?
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it,
Silver.
Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
You have no idea how interesting it was. Oh, let me write down that timestamp before I forget it. Yeah, so I basically walked out of the closet to get the knife, and he saw me. He roared. He got me as soon as I went, and so I smashed the case, I grabbed the dagger, and I really hoped that he wasn't on the left side of the room, and I ran straight for the painting. And he was chasing me the whole way, but we did it. We sent the Shambler back, thank God. So let's finish. This is a super duper long episode now. Let's finish these dialogue options and wait for the game to save again, and then we will end episode 9. Oh my god, I am tired. That was exhausting. I don't play horror games. Holy shit. I would have dropped this game normally by now, but this is how much I love you guys. I would have dropped it as soon as that thing came out of the painting and started chasing me. But I couldn't do that to y'all because I know you're watching this Let's Play. The painting was cursed. Unfortunately, can't click. Alright, I was attacked
by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Hmm?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery.
She's secretly
And by the way,
madly in love with me.
Where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life.
He's like, I am not letting this thing go.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as
Yeah,
payment
okay.
for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller.
I knew you knew about
I've still
the
got
beast.
things to settle with Irene.
Don't look at the painting again, okay? I was worried he was going to look back and it's going to start all over again, like the worst Groundhog Day ever. Chapter 7, The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Uh-ohs. He dead. D-E-D dead. Man, that was absolutely terrifying. Alright, game saved.
Where's the bookseller?
Why is there blood in the window? So many questions, Eddie. Can't you just accept things the way they are? Alright guys, I appreciate you watching episode 9. Please comment. I think after I put myself through that hell, I deserve a comment or two that's just like, hey, good job. Or like, this game is awesome and I'm so glad I'm not the one playing it and I get to watch you like scream bloody murder. I'll probably put a little disclaimer down down in the video description that says to be warned that I actually really do scream in this one. And I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums. But this is so fun. It's fun. Honestly, though, I still like that better than the asylum section. That was just frustrating. It wasn't so much scary as it was frustrating, but this was absolutely terrifying. Oh, but we did it! We did it, thanks to Banette and my Cthulhu mug, and just endless repetitions. But please, please like this video. Like, thumbs up it, subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much to me that I'm putting myself through this kind of hell, and you guys like it enough to subscribe. Ring that bell. Follow me on Twitter, TYT Gaming, capital K, capital C. And have a fantastic Shambler, not Shambler filled. Shambler. Man, I just ruined my exit. My brain is not working anymore, you guys. Anyway, have a great day, and I hope no Shamblers try and eat you. Cheers, guys.